Hi everyone, welcome back with the most awaited plum cake recipe. Sorry for being a little delayed, but still I'm back with the plum cake recipe here. For the season, I baked a 1 kg plum cake and I baked it as two different cakes, one a medium size, another one a small cake, and this is a small cake which I baked. Even if this cake seems to be small, this was so satisfying, and the aroma of the cake filled our whole house, and you will fall in love with it. These cashew nuts, walnuts, and almonds were heated up in the beginning. And this is a small bottle which I mentioned in the dry fruit soaking. Check the description for the link and watch the fruit soaking method. This is the powdered sugar. The amount, exact amount, I'll put in the description. For the caramel, put the sugar in a skillet and wait until the side starts to melt. And once it starts melting, we can start stirring it. But then we need to ensure that the skillet is of thick, it is having a thick base, otherwise the caramel will get burnt so fast. So take care of that, and it is in high flame. And once it is melting, once it starts dissolving or melting, that time we can reduce the flame. Now after a little more time, we can reduce the flame to, we can put it to medium flame. So you can see it here that I'm stirring it continuously, even the sides also, so that it is not sticking to the sides. And once it starts to make a foam, that time here it is caramelized, it is becoming the caramel now. But once it is completely dissolved, the sugar is completely dissolved and the color changes to golden brown, and then it starts to make the foam. And here I used a small knife to take out that part which is sticking onto the spoon. So that also is dissolving. Yes, it is completely dissolved right now, and you can see the sides, it is making the foam here. So this time, once it starts bubbling up, this time we can add the water which we kept, and we can turn off the flame. And but then ensure and always make sure that you are standing at a distance, because it is so hot, this one, it can fall onto our hands and we can get burned. So take care of that. And this is the consistency, it's almost a honey consistency, and we are keeping it aside to cool down. And now we will start with the preparation for the plum cake. For the preparation of the plum cake, first the butter which is kept at the room temperature, mix it well, so that once it is becoming soft, then we can add the powdered sugar little by little, and then mix it gently until it's becoming soft. And see, here we can see I'm adding it a little by little and then blending it together, mixing it again. And once that whatever the powder that we have added is completely mixed gently, once it is gently mixed, then we can add the rest of the powder little by little. I know that you are seeing the wire and you will feel like it is inside it, it's outside the bowl. Yeah, okay, all right. Instead of adding the powdered sugar all together, we can add part by part, and once that part is getting completely mixed or blended with the butter, then we can add the rest. And here we are mixing it completely, and then we can add the eggs one by one. Here I've added the 2 eggs together, so it's always better to add one by one, it has fallen inside. Is that also I am just blending it in, and the rest of the eggs too, it's all blended together to get a soft mixture. And once the egg is mixed well, then we can add the vanilla essence as well as the plum cake essence. Add the essence and blend it in order to avoid the egg yolk smell. And once it is done, then we can fold in the dry ingredients a little by little. We can mix it in parts or all together, but it's always better to mix it in parts, as we're not getting any lumps in the mixture or the cake batter. So once that is completely done, we will go to the next step. And here you can see I'm adding the spices. It's a mixture of cloves as well as nutmeg powder. I used 1 teaspoon of both together, and I used 19 cloves pieces. And this step I would have done in the beginning. I would have mixed it along with the dry ingredients, but actually I forgot it. But then still it didn't spoil my cake. My cake was awesome. So but then you should add it in the beginning along with the dry ingredients. Sieve it together. This is the caramel that we have prepared. We are adding it right now, and mix it gently in along with the batter that we have prepared. And see, here you can see it's a honey consistency, and this caramel is the one which is giving that brownish dark color to our cake, or the golden color to our cake. So this step you should not skip. We should have this caramel in our cake batter, and once that also is gently mixed in well, then we can add our soaked dried fruits. I've taken a little more than 1 1/4 cup of dried fruits, plus the cashew nuts, walnuts, and the almonds. These pieces also I have added. I didn't soak that because I didn't like it to be soaked. I would like it to be that crunchy ones. That is why I didn't mix it along with the soaked dried fruits, but you can use that way also. Here you can see I'm adding it straight away here, that heated cashew nuts, walnuts, and the almonds together. That also I'm adding it here. Mix it gently with the batter, and we are almost coming to an end of our batter preparation. This step actually it is a little bit thick, more consistency, a little bit more thick than the other one, than the usual normal cakes, because always the plum cake is a little more harder than the usual soft cakes, but then it's not that hard also. Now our cake tins, I have already kept it prepared, and I'm transferring it to both the cake tins, and I am having one small cake tin also is there. I should have, but then this was enough, this both was enough, but because of the fear that maybe it will not fit in that one, that is why I used another small one also I have used. But you can use in the small 2 trays or a bigger tray. Usually the plum cake is in the small size, that is why I have used this small trays cake tins. Okay, one is a 7-inch one, and the other one is a smaller one, so you can use it according to your convenience, doesn't matter. And for the I'm just keeping a few cashew nuts and a few black raisins on the top of this batter. It is just to for an appearance, it is good to see like that. So then now I have preheated my oven by the time, so I have kept it at 310 degrees earlier, preheated, and later on I baked my cake at 180 degrees Celsius, and it took 1 hour and 35 minutes to be exact for me to bake the cake, and it was in 180 degrees Celsius I baked it. But it depends on your oven, that you will be used to your oven and use it according to that temperature. So I hope all of you will try this, and this cake was really awesome. You should not miss it, you should try it. Here we can see our baked cakes, and I'm cooling it for some time. And now let us take it out of this cake tin and take that parchment paper away out of this one. Let us see. It is so satisfying, and the aroma, we feel like we would like to have more and more, but then it is Lent season now. During the Christmas season we will bake it again. And let's have a look at the sides of our cake after removing the parchment paper. It's really cool. I love watching this again and again, and I remember about having that. So okay, it's really mouth watering hope you are also enjoying this. Yeah, look at the base. So cool, right? Yeah. Lovely cakes. Yes. I hope you enjoyed watching this video along with me. And don't forget to bake the plum cake using the recipe, and would like to hear from you about your suggestions and feedback in the comments, and would like to know whether you would like to have an eggless plum cake recipe and the soaking dry fruits part. I will put the link in the description. Don't forget to watch that video. And so we will meet once again in the next video. If you would like to have an eggless plum cake recipe or any other video, until that time, see you, take care.